I'm Augustus. I'm working to become President of the United States in 2028. I'm here because Little Rock is the anchor of this state, the place where the rugged frontier meets the sophisticated South. If you want to know what's truly taking root in America, don't look at the polls. Come listen to the stories being told along the banks of the Arkansas River. We are standing at the foot of the Arkansas State Capitol. Long before this neoclassical capital was finished with its Arkansas granite, this land was a gateway to the West. This building has witnessed the struggles of the civil rights movement and the quiet determination of a people who know how to build something from the soil up. But for far too many Arkansans, these halls have become a black hole, a place where the voices of the masses go in, but only the interests of the rich and the well-connected come out. Today is day 9 of my 50+1 Capitals tour. My plan seems obvious and necessary to me, but behind me in the halls of power, and for other presidential candidates, it could be considered radical. The plan is to visit every capital in this country, including Honolulu and Juneau, over the course of about 60 days. Not to give motivational speeches, but to listen to the people, and hopefully to truly hear what problems the general public need fixing. Arkansas is a state of incredible contrast. It is a land where the craggy, ancient peaks of the Ozarks and the Ouachitas in the north and west give way to the vast, fertile expanse of the Delta in the east. From the timberlands of the south to the diamond mines of Murfreesboro, this state is built on the grit of people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. Arkansas has always been a place of the natural state spirit, where people value their independence as much as their community. To lead here, one must respect the quiet strength of the farmer, the innovation of the small town entrepreneur, and the deep, enduring roots found in the timber and the rice fields of this land. To be the leader of the whole country, you have to actually know the whole country. You have to breathe in the crisp fall air of the Northeast, feel the heat and humidity in the South and Southwest, and stand in awe on the Great Plains. You need to admire the magnificent views of the Pacific Coast Highway and cross the mighty Mississippi, as I did today, and traverse the passes of the rugged and majestic Rockies. You cannot lead a people you do not know, and you cannot know the people from inside a speeding motorcade, a high-flying jet, or a gilded office. Having lived in 7 states and visited all 50 states at least once before, I feel I have a glimmer of understanding of who the people of the United States truly are. But you can never stop learning. So I'm visiting each state again, and I plan to do this over and over again during the course of my campaign and during my presidential term. Now, you might be thinking, who is this guy? Why him? As I said, I'm Augustus. I was born in New York State 64 years ago. Like you, I've spent much of my life working. I've seen presidents and Congresses come and go. I've seen industries rise and fall. And I've watched as the people who keep this nation functioning are treated like sheep or cattle, as resources, not people. But is he qualified, you may be wondering? The Constitution says I am. The more important question is, how do I know if someone is qualified? For me, being qualified means that the person is working as hard as they can to help the most people in the country as possible. Think about the people who currently meet in the Arkansas General Assembly and in Washington, D.C. How many of them are qualified? How many of them are actively working to make your lives better? It seems to me that many representatives have forgotten the primary requirement of the job, remembering who they represent. They shouldn't represent the lobbyists. They shouldn't represent their party, and they definitely should not represent the ultra-rich. Your representatives, including the President of the United States, should represent you, period. I stand for the people, not for corporations that treat their employees like line items, not for the special interests who believe that everyone else should live the way that the special interests think they should. I still believe in the America our founders envisioned, a land of opportunity and freedom, not where we find ourselves now in a land of glass ceilings and locked doors. Why consider an unconventional, unaffiliated candidate like me? Maybe it's because you're exhausted. You're sick of being forced to choose between generic candidate A and generic candidate B, two sides of the same coin, twin men and women born of different mothers. Maybe it's because you want to be able to support someone who not only sees the United States as a beacon of hope rather than a global punchline, but for someone who also has the will to push for the laws and policies that will get us shining brightly on that hill once more. The motto of Arkansas is Regnat Populus, the people rule. It's a bold, beautiful promise written right into the heart of this state. But for far too long, it feels like the people haven't been the ones ruling in these halls or the halls of the Congress and White House. It's time to ensure that the people who rule are the everyday citizens of this state and country, not just the ones with the biggest checkbooks. I'm headed to Jackson, Mississippi tomorrow. I have many miles and many state capitals ahead of me. If you see me on your state house steps, don't just take a picture. Come over and say hello. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what keeps you up at night, and tell me what you want for your children. I'm Augustus, and I'm here to listen. I'll see you on the steps where you live. Why are all capitals so far so freaking windy? I mean, this one's not even on a big hill. Anyway, until the two, blah, 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 blah. We're standing at the steps of the, can we move along, please?